Hello everybody, welcome to 21st Century IAS Academy, Delhi's upscale meditational mentorship UPSC Confidence Covenant program. This is Goli Varsha. I'm sure you're taking the tests seriously and writing them consistently every single day. On this positive note, we shall see the test explanation for CSAT questions given on
Day 15. Let us look into the first question. Richard and Lucy originally has marbles in the ratio 4:9. Then Lucy gave some of her marbles to Richard. As a result, the ratio of the numbers of marbles with Richard to that of Lucy became 5:6. What fraction of marbles was given by Lucy to Richard? Okay, so basically there are two people. One is Richard, the other one is Lucy. And they have some marbles which are in the ratio 4:9. Okay. Now, if you have to take absolute numbers, you have to write it as 4x and 9x. What is x? It is a common number. You know, if you divide 4x by 9x, what is the ratio you will get? You know, that is a constant which we are multiplying to get the absolute numbers. Alright, so it is 4x and 9x. Okay. Now, this Lucy had given some of her marbles to Richard. So let that be A. Okay. So now what is the new ratio? It is 5:6. Now Richard fellow, he has 4x plus A marbles and Lucy has 9x minus A marbles. And the new ratio is 5:6. Alright. Now if you solve, what will you get? You will get 24x plus 6a is equal to 45x minus 5a. Okay. Now you will get 11a is equal to 21x. A by x is equal to 21 by 11. Okay. Now what are they asking? What fraction of marbles was given by Lucy to Richard? Okay. So how many marbles did Lucy originally have? It is 9x. And how much did Lucy give A number of marbles? Okay. So the required ratio is A by 9x. Okay. Number of marbles she had given to the original number of marbles she had. Okay. This is the required ratio. Now we have A by x. Now we are to find A by 9x. So the ratio will become 21 by 9 into 11. Okay. So that is nothing but 21 by 99. Okay, here only you can cancel it out. 3 3s are 3 7s are. Okay, so the required ratio is 7 by 33. Alright. Fine. So this is the answer. D is the answer. Okay. Now, next question. The scores of Amala and Balu in examination are in the ratio 11:14. After an appeal, their scores increased by same amount and the new scores are in the ratio 47:56. The ratio of Balu's new score to that of his original score. Okay, Amala and Balu, their scores are in the ratio 11:14. Okay, and their scores increased by the same amount. Let that increase be x. Okay. So, it will become 47:56. Okay. So, what will you get here? 11k plus x is to 14k plus x is equal to 47 by 56. Alright. Now, 56 into 11k plus 56x is equal to 47 into 14k plus 47x. This implies 56x minus 47x is how much? 9x is equal to, now you take 7 common, 7k into 47 into 2 minus 8 into 11. Okay. So here you will get 9x is equal to 7k into 47. 2s is how much? 94 and 8 into 11 is 88. So how much will you get? 6. Okay. So 6. 3 3s are 3 2s are. Alright. Now what is the value of x in terms of k? It is x is equal to 14k by 3. Alright. Now what is the required ratio? The ratio of Balu's new score to that of his original score. Now, what is Balu's new score? It is 14k plus x is to his original number 14k. Alright. Now, distribute this 14k, 1 plus x by 14k. Now, what is the value of x? It is 14k by 3. Now, substitute that here. So, you will get 1 plus 14k by 3 by 14k, no? So, 14k. 14k will get cancelled. So, 1 plus 1 by 3 is how much? 4 by 3. That means 4:3. This is the answer. Alright. In an examination, Rama's score was 1/12 of the sum of the scores of Mohan and Anjali. Okay. After a review, the score of each of them increased by 6. The revised scores of Anjali, Mohan and Rama, were in the ratio 11:10:3. Okay. Then Anjali's score exceeded Rama's score by how much? Okay. So, these are the ratio of new scores. Okay. So, if the common constant, that is k, if you assume it to be k, then it will be k or x or anything. Okay. So, it will be absolute numbers will be 11k, 10k and 3k. Alright. So, what was the original score? See, from original score to get the score, we have added 6. That's what they have given, right? Increased by 6. So, the original score would become 11k minus 6, 10k minus 6, 3k minus 6. Alright. Now, what is the other condition that they have given? Rama's score was 1/12 of the sum of scores of Mohan and Anjali, which means 3k minus 6 is equal to 1/12 of sum of scores of these two. That is 21k minus 12. Now, 10k minus 6 plus 11k minus 6 is how much? It is 21k minus 12. Alright. So, it would become 3 into k minus 2 is equal to 1/12 into 3 if you take common, 7k minus 4. Okay. So, 3 will get cancelled. 12k minus 24 is equal to 7k minus 4. Alright. So, here 5k is equal to 20. K is how much? K is 4. Okay. Now, what did they ask? Anjali's score exceeded Rama's score by how much? So, the difference between these two is how much? 11k minus 6 minus 3k minus 6. No, so minus of minus will become plus. 6 will get cancelled. So, 11k minus 3k is how much? 8k. Now, what is the value of k? It is 4. Okay. So, 8 4s are 32 is the answer. Here, you have to understand one thing. Instead of substituting k in Anjali's score, k in Rama's score and then finding the difference, what you have to do is first simplify these numbers. 11k minus 6 minus of 3k minus 6. So, what will happen? This 6 and 6 will get cancelled and directly you will get 8k. So, that if you substitute k only once, you will get the answer. Alright. So, B is the answer. Alright. Now, next question. In an alloy is prepared by mixing 3 metals A, B and C in the proportion 3:4:7 by volume. Okay. Weights of the same volume of metals A, B, C are in the ratio 5:2:6. Okay. In 130 kg of alloy, the weight in kg of the metal C is. So, there is A:B:C. Okay. What is the ratio of volume? 3:4:7. What is the ratio of weight? It is 5:2:6. Alright. Now, see, this is the ratio of volume, this is the ratio of weight. Now, what will be the ratio of total weights? Ratio of total weights will be 15. 5 into 3 is to 4 into 2, that is 8, is to 7 into 6. Okay. 7 6 are 42. Okay. So, this is the ratio of total weight. Now, what are we supposed to find? In 130 kg of alloy, the weight in kg of metal C. Okay, so they are asking only C's contribution if the 130 kg alloy is taken. Okay, what is C's contribution to the weight? It is 42 by 15 plus 8 plus 42 into 130. Okay, So I wrote it directly. Before this, you can write 42k by 15k plus 8k plus 42k. Okay, so C's contribution. So anyways, this k will get cancelled. That is a constant. So 42 by 65 into 130, that is 84. A is the answer. So in a 130 kg alloy, C's weight, metal C's weight will be 84. Alright, now. In 8 examinations of a UPSC mock test series, a student obtained the scores in the ratio 4 is to 5 is to 6 is to 7 is to 8 is to 9 is to 10 is to 11. The maximum marks for each paper were the same. Okay, that means he is improving. Good. Despite this, the student managed to achieve an overall score of 45%. How many papers did the student score below 45% of the maximum marks? Alright, so in absolute terms, let the scores be 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x, 8, 9x, 10x and 11x. Okay, so the total marks would be the summation of these, no? So 11x plus 9x is 20x, 20x plus 10x is 30x, 30x plus 6 plus 4 is 40x, 40x plus 7x plus 8x is 15. So 40x plus 15 is how much? 55x, 55x plus 5x is 60x. So the total score is 60x. Okay. The maximum marks for each paper were the same. Okay, let us assume that the maximum marks for each paper to be 100. Okay, that means 60x is equal to 45% of the 100 marks into 8, no, because 8 papers are there. So 800. All right. So percentage and 2 zeros are gone. 15 threes are, 15 fours are. Okay. 4 ones are, 4 twos are. So x is equal to 6. Okay. Now what did they ask? They asked how many papers did the student score 45% of the maximum marks, which means you have to see papers whose score is less than 45. Okay. Now 6 fours are. This paper 1, what is the score now after finding the value of x? In paper 1, he scored 24. In paper 2, it is 30. 5 into 6 is 30. In paper 3 is 6 into 6 is how much? 36. 6 into 7 is how much? 6 sevens are 42. And 6 into 8 is how much? 8 6 are 48. Alright. So here only this fellow from 8x only the score is above 48. So all the other numbers also will be. An amount of money was distributed among A, B and C in the ratio P is to Q is to R. Consider the following statements. A gets maximum if P is greater than Q plus R. C gets the minimum share if R is less than P plus Q. Okay. Now, the ratio of distribution of money among A, B and C is P is to Q is to R. Okay. Now, consider this first statement. Okay. If P is greater than Q plus R, this implies P is the largest of all the 3 numbers. Yes or no? See, it's money, so it cannot be minus. Like if you're giving 1 rupee, it's 1 rupee only. Okay. Okay, unless and until you are returning it back or something like that, but no such case is given. So P, Q and R are positive numbers. Okay, so Q plus R, the sum of 2 numbers is less than this one, which means P fellow is greatest of all the numbers. Alright, which means P is share of A, right? Which means this A will get the maximum share. Alright, P is the largest of all the 3 numbers, means what? A is getting the maximum share. Alright. So, first statement is correct. Now, C gets the minimum share if R is less than P plus Q. Okay. Now, the second condition is R is less than P plus Q. Okay. See, we cannot say this one. Why? Because R may or may not be the smaller number. Okay. Here we will take an example. For example, if P is 2, Q is 4 and R is 5. Okay. Still P plus Q is greater than R only. 6 is greater than 5, no? But R is the greatest among all. So we cannot say that R is minimum or R is the least of all. We cannot say such a definite statement. In this case, it is definite. Okay, so C may or may not have got the minimum share. All right, and one such case is this one. Okay, so the statement is incorrect. All right, so only A is the answer. Fine. Now, a total amount of rupees 5,400 is divided among three friends P, Q and R. Okay, in the ratio 2:3, 5:6 and 3:4. Determine the difference between the maximum share and the minimum share among three friends. Alright, now you should know one thing, how to simplify this ratio. Okay, you have to multiply with the LCM of the denominators. Why? So that the denominators will get cancelled. Alright, now what is the LCM of 3, 6 and 4? It's 12. Alright, so 2/3 into 12 is to 5/6 into 12 and 3/4 into 12. So what we, again don't cancel 12, 12, 12 because it's in the ratio form. The very purpose of multiplying it with 12 is to simplify this. Alright, so it will become 3 ones are, 3 fours are, 6 ones are, 6 twos are, 4 ones are, 4 threes are. So the ratio is 8:10:9. Alright, and in absolute terms if you have to take, it will be P's number will be 8x, Q's number will be 10x and R's number will be 9x. Alright. Now the total amount is how much? 5,400. Now what are they asking? The difference between maximum share and the minimum share. Now what is the minimum share? It is 8x. Maximum share is 10x. Okay, this fellow is in between. So the difference is 2x. Alright, so the value of 2x we are supposed to find. Fine. Now, how will you find the value of x? The sum of these numbers is what? 5,400. So, 8x plus 10x plus 9x is equal to 5,400. Now, what is 8x plus 10x plus 9x? It is 27x. That is equal to 5,400, right? 27 ones are, 27 twos are. So, x is 200. Now, what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find 2x. Okay. So, it is 2 into 200, that is equal to 400. Got my point? See, this is the difference, 2x. Okay, so this is the required answer. It is C. Alright, now there are 3 points A, B and C on a straight line such that AB is to BC is 4:7. If n is the number of possible values of AB is to AC, then what is the value of n is equal to? Okay, now at first instance it might look like a very tough problem. However, you have to divide it into cases or scenarios. Okay, see, AB is 4x, okay, BC is 7x and AC, if you assume it to be AB plus BC, this is case 1. Okay, this is the line. If you assume this is the line, then AB is to AC is how much? AB is to AC. See, AB is 4x. BC is how much? 7x. Now, AB is to AC will become how much? It is 4x by the total length is how much? 7x plus 4x. It is 11x. Okay. So, AB is to AC will become 4:11. Okay. This is case 1. Now, what is case 2? See, BC is longer 7x than AB, no? So, BC is 7x. Okay. Now, A, let us take, it is a point in between B and C. Okay. Now, what is the length of AB? It is 4x. Now, what will be the length of AC? It will be what? 3x. Okay. This can also be possible, no? Okay. So, they are all in straight line ABC. Alright. Now, AB is to AC is how much? AB is to AC is 4x by 3x. Alright, AB is to AC is 4:3 here. Okay. See, the order of the points is not fixed. A should be followed by B, should be followed by C. Nothing like that is given, no? So, we have to check all the possible cases. Alright. So, how many cases? This ratio is possible. 4:7. 4:7 is possible in 2 cases. One is this one, where A is like this, B is here and C is here. And the other cases, B is here, A is here and C is here. Alright. So N is equal to 2. This is the answer. Alright. A person X wants to distribute some pens among 6 children A, B, C, D, E and F. Suppose A gets twice the number of pens received by B, 3 times that of C, 4 times that of D, 5 times that of E and 6 times that of F. What is the minimum number of pens X should buy so that the number of pens each one gets is an even number? Okay, so A has twice the number of pens received by B. Okay, and A also has 3C, 4D, 5E and 6F. Okay, pens. Now let A, B, C, D, E, F be the number of pens each individual is having. Alright. Now for the calculation purpose, we have to see what number of pens A is having. We have to assume a number. Okay. So definitely it has to be a multiple of these numbers, which means A should have minimum of LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pens. Okay, and what is the LCM? It is 60. So A should have a minimum of 60 pens. Okay, it can be 60, it can be 120, it can be 240 to satisfy all these equations. Alright, so minimum number, we'll check with minimum number of pens. Okay, if it is satisfying all the criterion, yes or no. Alright, now if A has 60 number of pens, what will B have? It will have half of A is equal to 2B, no? So B is equal to A by 2. So B will have how much? 60 by 2, that is 30 pens. Likewise, C will have 60 by 3, that is 20 pens. D will have 60 by 4, that is 15 pens. E will have 60 by 5, that is 12 pens. F will have 60 by 6, that is 10 pens. Alright. However, there is a condition given that it should be even number. Okay. This even number, the number of pens each fellow has should be even number. But this D has odd number, no? Rest all have even number, 30, 20, 12, 10 and 60. Those are all even numbers. But D fellow is having odd numbers. Okay, so to make it even, what can I do? What is the least number that should be multiplied with 15 to get even number of pens? That is 2, no? So into 2, 30 pens. Now this fellow is also having even number of pens. Likewise, all the numbers you have to multiply by 2. Alright, all the numbers you have to multiply by 2. Then what will you get? You will get 120. Now 30 into 2 is 60, 20 into 2 is 40. Okay, 12 into 2 is how much? 24. 10 into 2 is 20. You getting my point? Okay, now why did I multiply with 2? Because this fellow is not satisfying this even number condition. Okay, so 60 is ruled out. Okay, now see the sum of the numbers. How much is it? 120 plus 60, 180. 180 plus 40, 220. 220 plus 30 is how much? 250. 250 plus 20 is how much? 270. 270 plus 24 is how much? 294. Okay, so 60 if you are taking, it's not the correct condition to satisfy all these 5 things. So let the next number be 120. Okay, so A has 120, then B will have 60, 40, all these will come, no? So that is the answer. 294 is the answer and A is having 120 pens. Alright, now next question. 2 employees receive the same total emoluments. However, one receives allowances equal to 60% of his basic pay, while the other receives allowances equal to 80% of his basic pay. Find the ratio of basic pay of the first employee to the basic pay of the second employee. Okay, so first person, second person. Okay, he is having 60% of his basic pay. This fellow is getting 80% of his basic pay as allowance. Alright, now total emolument. What is this total emoluments? This is equal to basic pay plus allowance. Okay. So here they have given that total emoluments is same. this A's emolument and B's emolument is same. Okay. Now, let the basic pay of this employee 1 be X. Okay. And the basic pay of employee 2 be Y. Okay. So, what will be the allowance? What will be the allowance of this fellow, first fellow? It is 60% of X, 80% of Y. Okay. Basic pay is X. Here the basic pay is Y. Okay. So, total emolument is how much? 60% of X plus X is equal to 80% of Y plus Y. Here the total emolument is sum of this, and these two are equal. That is what they have given. Okay. So, what will you get? You will get, see, every number is 100% of itself. If I write X or if I write 100% of X, it's the same thing. Okay, because 100 by 100 into X it will become, na? So, it is X. Okay, so this is equal to 160 by 100 of X is equal to 180 by 100 of Y. Alright, so X by Y is how much? X by Y is 9 by 8. Okay. Now, what did they ask? Find the ratio of basic pays of first employee to the basic pay of second employee. So, X is to Y is 9 by 8. So, this is the answer. Alright. This is it for today. Practice these methods consistently, revise them, and you will be very confident about CSAT paper. Always remember, 10 questions a day keeps your CSAT fear at bay. All the best.